9/11, a trivial mindfuck distracting radicals from slavery and planet rape. 9/11, the biggest lie in history, or just a vague, irrelevant memory. 9/11, perpetrators plan human cull and other necessary evils. Hello, future worm food. Welcome to the fucking news. I'm beyond help. Here are the fucking facts about 9/11. Many of you are no doubt 9/11 truthers. People who do not accept the official version of events. Terrorists hijacked planes, crashed them into the Pentagon and World Trade Centers, causing the collapse of the Twin Towers and Building 7, the death of all passengers and thousands of other office and rescue workers. Some of you may be undecided, but most people either accept the story told to you by the complicit media on behalf of wealthy people who run the government in America, or are totally and blissfully ignorant of the facts. For those ignorant people and anyone else with a passing interest in 9/11, here are the fucking facts. Anyone who has seen video of the World Trade Center buildings being demolished and still believes they fell down because of fire is a delusional idiot fuck and deserves a life of slavery, exploitation, and ultimately extermination. Their removal from the gene pool will only improve future generations of humanity, saving us from genetic traits such as gullibility, stupidity, complacency, and blind acceptance of authority. It's these people who enslave us. The poorly educated, mindless, brain-dead, complicit, half-wit, zombie idiot fucks. Yes, you, the sleepwalking sycophants to authority. The ones staring at the naked body of building demolition, but seeing the exquisite emperor's clothes woven into your minds by lies and cognitive dissonance. How anybody can watch the World Trade Centers or Building 7's complete collapse and destruction in seconds after comparatively small fires in a few floors and not see demolition at work beggars belief. Steel skyscrapers do not fall down. They never have, and they never will again. If fire weakens steel, wouldn't your car melt? Gee, officer, I don't know what happened. 1 minute I was going down the motorway, next minute my engine melted. What can I say? I think it was a terrorist event. I think it was a terrorist event. Call Fatherland Security. My car melted. Aeroplanes, which, correct me if I'm wrong, are made of metal. Much of it steel. Wouldn't they be dropping from the sky if fire from jet fuel melted or weakened steel? I'm not getting on that aeroplane. It's obviously going to be weakened by the fuel fires in its engines and plummet from the sky, taking me to an early grave and possibly a field somewhere in Pennsylvania. No, I wouldn't get on a plane if that were true. From the hijackers who are still alive to the thermite demolition of the towers and Silverstein's billion-dollar insurance scam. Never mind the rich people running your government had already planned the invasion of Iraq and Afghanistan. You only have to take a passing interest in the facts to see this monstrous fraud for what it is. But Deke, don't you know popular mechanics have debunked all of the 9/11 conspiracy theories? Didn't you know that, Deke? It's been scientifically explained by experts working for a gentleman's periodical magazine. Wow, that's great. I can put my mind to rest now. I was almost convinced by the thousands of pilots, architects, metallurgists, scientists of all kinds with scientific evidence of thermite residue at ground zero and the laws of physics on their side. But now, there's a couple of guys who like fixing cars and played with Meccano when they're young. They've explained the whole thing to me. I can see now that all the other engineers and scientists and the evidence of my very own fucking eyes cannot be believed. Thank God for plausible hocus pocus published in magazines owned and controlled by people who funded the lying evil government. Hooray! It doesn't matter that 9/11 was an inside job or who did it. We are all at the mercy of the evil fascist corporation that rules over us with an iron fist anyway. And proving anything about 9/11 will not help or free us from their tyranny. Not even a little bit. What if incontrovertible proof of the guilt of Bush, Cheney, Rumsfeld, Mossad and the CIA came out, and they get arrested, convicted, thrown in jail, troops withdraw from Afghanistan and Iraq, woohoo! America elects a flag-waving nationalist, spouting jingles about freedom, interest rates fall, shares rise, the sun comes out and we all get laid. Great! Now you and me and we can get back to being patriotic nationalists, shopping for a bigger car, worshipping our fake god and worrying about those filthy immigrants from poorer, dirtier countries taking our jobs. Meanwhile, the fake economy built on fiat money continues. The Queen, the bankistocracy and the slave masters of China continue to live, thrive and survive, while the extinction rate of unique species on Earth is headed for 100 a day. The few wealthy families who own everything and everybody will continue to make themselves fat and fucking happy at our expense, exploiting our childlike, narrow-minded obsession with owning things and belonging to a better part of Earth than lesser humans from areas of the planet not blessed by God or designated as the greatest tax regime ever. The people who perpetrated 9/11 are simply exercising their free will to organize, influence, and manipulate the world and humanity for their own benefit and advantage. They have been doing this for a long time. If you just noticed because of 9/11 that big business owns your government, and that they're evil, lying, devious, amoral fucks who wouldn't think twice about killing any number of people to further their ends, then you weren't paying enough attention. If you thought before 9/11 that everything in the garden was rosy, and digging up the planet to make a few rich fuckers richer was okay as long as you get to sleep in a warm bed and cut your tomatoes on a granite worktop, then you were part of the problem. Some people think these influential banking families are going to exterminate many human beings in the near future, to reduce opposition and ensure their dynasties and empire long into the future. And if you don't like the idea of your destiny being controlled by a few wealthy banking families, manipulating your base human desires and making you pay for life on Earth, then what are you going to do about it? Oh, I think I can prove 9/11 was a lie and JFK was assassinated by the CIA. Big fucking deal. I think I can prove there are too many humans and not enough trees. I think I can prove that you're free to start your own bank. You're free to study what's known about the universe instead of believing in mumbo-jumbo voodoo rubbish. You're free not to take part, not to get into debt. Free to organize and promote self-sufficiency, not dependence. You're free to think for yourself. You're free not to go to the shops and buy shit you don't need, made by slaves living in economic prisons ruled by unelected dictators. You know it's true, and it's up to you. You are responsible for your life and the decisions you make. You're responsible for your own exploitation or lack of it. That is the existential nightmare of existence, not those other evil people who are after all just exercising their free will to fuck you over for a buck till you stop them or they can't anymore. Thanks. And now the weather. The planet's fucked. But I can prove the death, destruction, and pollution would result in fires, which weaken the number of species on Earth, leading to us all shopping at Walmart and everything being made by slaves in China. Have a nice weekend.